On to South Asia, where a multi-party delegation led by Kani-Mozhi Karunanidhi landed in Moscow to begin a 5-nation tour on cross-border terrorism. At the Domodedovo International Airport, Ms. Karunanidhi and members of her team were received by Indian Ambassador Vinay Kumar and other officials. The 8-member delegation includes SP MP Rajiv Rai, NC MP Mayan Altaf and Mahmad, BJP MP Captain Brijesh Chauta and AAP MP Ashok Kumar Mittal. Also joining them is Ambassador Manjeev S. Puri and Ambassador Jawed Ashraf. The visit follows the Pahalgam terror attack on April the 22nd, which left 26 civilians dead. India responded with Operation Sindoor, a major military strike on terror camps. The team will meet Russian lawmakers and officials before travelling to Slovenia, Greece, Latvia and Spain. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi declared a new normal, saying any cross-border terror act would now be treated as an act of war. Meanwhile, Indian External Affairs Minister Subrahmanyam Jaishankar is visiting Germany, Denmark and the Netherlands, pushing India's zero-tolerance stand on terrorism. Let's listen in to what he had to say in his latest interview in Denmark.
Because again, when we look at big global challenges, I think I would put terrorism right up there as one of the key challenges. It affect the entire world. And we've had to grapple with a very serious terrorist attack in April. And what followed was a consequence of that, because the terrorists were based in a neighboring country and, were operating with impunity and with a high degree of state protection and support. We had the conflict for a few days that you spoke about. Now, we resolved that conflict for the moment in its particular military form through agreement and understanding for a cessation of firing and military action. And this was something that we negotiated directly between the militaries of the two countries. The trigger for it was that after we had fighting for a few days, we hit them very hard on a particular morning, the morning of the 10th to be precise, and that caused the Pakistanis to say, okay, we're prepared to stop the firing and, reach an understanding about how to deal with it. So I just want to, get that part of it across to you.
He chaired a European convoy conference in Berlin and said India will act if terror attacks continue from Pakistan. Operation Sindoor, launched on May the 7th, destroyed terror hubs in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, killing over 100 terrorists. India also damaged 11 Pakistani air bases, hitting radars, airstrips and communications. A ceasefire was announced on May the 10th, but tensions remain high. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has dubbed the operation a fierce expression of a capable India. We're now joined by Shruti Dasgupta, geopolitical expert located in New Delhi, to discuss this in more detail. Thank you very much for joining us, Shruti. Operation Sindoor has come to a close, but this world tour has just begun. What is India trying to achieve diplomatically that last month's airstrikes alone could not?
Well, let me just first issue a correction. Operation Sindoor is still underway. It has been there has been an understanding that has been reached. The ceasefire has not been launched. Basically, this entire hold on firing is Modi's way of saying that if Pakistan has any misadventures towards India, India will respond, and that will be the continuation of Operation Sindoor. So that is one particular point. What are we trying to achieve? So Pakistan, when it held international media delegations on its land and they held a press conference, they chose to cut out snippets and media bites and present as if this was an internal false flag operation that was kind of hosted on Pakistan as an accusation by India and the Indian ruling regime. So basically, now we've launched 7 delegations. It's a multi-party delegations. That means it is not just the ruling party and the ruling coalition. The opposition party and its members are also part of these delegations. In fact, some of them are leading. The one that you mentioned before, Kani-Mozhi Karunanidhi, happens to be a DMK MP, which is an opposition MP to the India's current ruling party. They are leading because India stands as one, and they're going out there to correct the misconceptions that Pakistan might have created in the world through its very large and voluble media conferences to show that India was not holding false flag operations. It is holding Pakistan accountable for the terror that it kind of inflicts every now and then on India. So the delegations are meant to go there, present our proofs, present our point of view, and show to the world that Pakistan is not just an India problem, it is a world problem. It's a global terror hub, and the terrorists don't just attack India or its neighboring nations, but grow across the globe with it. So the delegations are to show India's point of view, why it will continue Operation Sindoor indefinitely till the time Pakistan mends its ways.
Shruti, how receptive do you think Russia and smaller EU states are likely to be, given their own stakes with Pakistan and mainly with China?
Well, I think Russia has always stood by us. We have a very long time. It's more than 22 years old, 23 years old agreement with it. In 2002, Russia and India had signed an agreement that they would be working together against terrorism. So with Russia, we have a very, very clear stand. They are our old-time friends, and we have military cooperations with them otherwise as well. So with Russia, we have no issues. The smaller nations, of course, will have to see where their cards fall. But any nation choosing to side with the Chinese dragon is having delusional dreams, because China does what China is best for China. Its debt traps, its economies, and the current fallout of its arming Pakistani state, and current news that are coming forth is that it also helped Pakistan during Operation Sindoor to help spot Indian military movement. So choosing China over Russia or India is going to be a folly of any European nation. So we expect a positive outcome, especially with the kind of proof that our delegations are carrying forward.
And finally, do you think, does sending an all-party delegation dilute partisan criticism at home, or possibly mixed messaging abroad? What do you think, Shruti?
It does not mix any messaging. In fact, it shows solidarity as a nation, that it doesn't matter whether you're a ruling party or the opposition party. This was an attack on India and its sovereign land, on its civilians. So every MP represents the people of India, is ready to go outside, step out of their comfort zones, collaborate with parties that are usually their opponents in political rallies, and showcase India in the best possible way. So it does not send mixed messaging at home and does not send mixed messaging outside. It does not dilute the message. In fact, it kind of strengthens and makes it more concrete that India stands as one against terrorism and its backers. So enough is the message that we're trying to send to the world, and we are showing it that it is not just Modi regime or the NDA that is wanting to hold this kind of a hard line. This is a nationwide statement, and that is what a multi-party delegations are supposed to present.
Shruti Das Gupta, thank you very much for